Space, the final frontier. This is your story, your adventure in the unknown. Freerunner pilot determined to defend the galaxy from the xenoid threat. Zigfrak is space action RPG with tons of loot, action, exploration and even crafting. The beginning was the story in a nutshell. I don't want to spoil it, but all I can say is it's very good. So let's look at the options. Here I have a small critique about the video options. There isn't enough. You can find a slider for the graphics quality, underneath him is shown what is changing, VSync, AA and so on. I would much prefer separate sliders for everything. Other options you can change here is the frame rate, FOV, explosion flare, bloom and full screen mode. You can change the resolution for full screen and window mode, but the things don't stop here. There is a auto equip options for shields, weapons, engines, armor and overshields. You can assign the order of equipping or maybe you want to do it yourself. It's up to you to decide. In the gameplay options you can find the difficulty and shooting settings. Of course you can rebind all keys. And on top of that you can customize even the interface. There is so many options here, I can safely say that a lot of AAA games can learn a thing or two. Let's take a look at the gameplay. Like I said, it's action RPG and you can control your ship by keyboard only or keyboard and mouse. I like the second option, it's far more convenient because even if you lock on the enemy, it's better the crosshair to stay on the target for more accurate shots. If you are looking for simulation, you may skip this one. The game is arcade, even feels like an MMO. You have a big toolbar where you assign the skills you acquired. You can put some temporary skills to help you, like drones for example. Big part of the game is mining. After several missions you are given mining laser for resource gathering from asteroids and other flying things. You need them to craft ships, weapons and other gear. Also what you need is templates. Some of them are given to you, others you have to buy from vendors in the stations you visit. The crafting is simple, click on template and if you have the necessary resources, it's done. From vendors you can buy all sorts of gear, but I didn't do it, later I will explain why. On stations you can also visit bank to store items, to replenish ammo, change your ship and repair damaged parts. Yes, here you have to be careful, if something is broken during battle, change it immediately. I mentioned you can buy gear, but I didn't do it. That's because my main way for getting new loot is killing enemies. When you destroy ships, sometimes they leave all sorts of stuff, but just to be sure you will get some loot, disable the ship, board on him and get the loot. In some cases you can even capture the ship itself and then use it. But the gear you carry can be looted too, so be careful. And what's the loot, you ask? Weapons, shields, armor and overshields, credits, resources and so on. Some things like dark matter, which is a currency, appear at random. The game have even power-ups. The weapons are several types: pulse, ballistics, rocket, mine, rail, beam, singularity, spreader and drones. All of them can do different type of damage: kinetic, thermal, electro, nuclear and strange. Some even can be modified. I'm not going into details, everything is explained in the game. You also have payloads like mining laser that may have weapon-like ability. They can be activated from the inventory without putting them in the toolbar. You can also equip shields, engines, armor, overshields, hyperdrives, wormhole generators, cloak and others. For better gear you need to level up by gaining XP. And that's easy. XP is acquired by doing everything: mining, crafting, missions and so on. The whole loot is in different colors, so you can easily distinguish the quality of the items. Unnecessary things can be sold for money or dismounted for resources. It's up to you to decide. I was impressed from the variety of missions. From the standard kill everything on screen you can find also stealth, hacking, extortion and even searching for a pirate treasure. Missions are given to you from the stations you visit. Some randomly appear and you can decline them if you want. If you die, you will respawn after a few seconds and the penalty is XP and credits. Several different colorful factions will give you your missions. Pirates, freerunners, fanatics, and so on. There is no voice acting in the game and you will have to read a lot. My biggest criticism is the missing audio options for weapons, and sometimes I hear them and sometimes I don't. But on the other side, the soundtrack is amazing and I really enjoy listening it. In conclusion, I will say this: if you like space arcade games with tons of loot, action and exploration, you are in the right place. For the price you receive a package that can stuck you in front of the monitor for a long time. The game is best described in 3 words: Diablo in space. I highly recommend it.